Hi, it's Kada. Okay, so I don't want to alarm anyone, but apparently there's some mystery vortex opening up in my doll room, as they do, and it told me that I can only save 10 dolls out of my entire collection before it sucks up the whole room into some mystery void. Rude! And why? But it's okay. Stay calm. Challenge accepted. All joking aside, no, fortunately, there is no mystery void opening up inside my doll room, although there is a sinkhole under my driveway. But we're not talking about that today. Don't ask. And honestly, in an actual emergency, of course, I wouldn't be grabbing dolls. I'd be grabbing my pets and my husband and my phone and my purse and my car keys. Dolls, no. Although some of them probably would follow me, and I can't help that if they just happen to find their way into my bag, But no, they would not be the thing that I'd be grabbing. They just somehow would end up in the car. But no, seriously, I pray that none of you are ever in an emergency situation where you have to make decisions like that. And I'm not talking about dolls, I'm talking about your safety. But just go with me on this. Today I'm choosing my top 10 favorite dolls in my collection. Seems impossible. Okay, we're doing this though. We're doing this. To put that in perspective, you might be asking yourself, well, how many dolls exactly do I have in my collection? It's been a while since I've done an actual count. My guesstimate would be somewhere between 250, 280, more or less. I'm talking both Barbie and Monster High, and some spatterings of other dolls like Jean Marshall and Integrity and a few here and there. Barbie and Monster High are the bulk of the dolls that I have. I've been collecting for almost 6 years, and it is my only hobby. So I really do recognize how very fortunate I am to have the dolls that I do. But if I had to give them all up, except for 10, which 10 would I choose? So today I'm going to show you the 10 dolls from my collection that I absolutely could not live without. Then I'm going to show you the 7 runner-ups that I really had a hard time removing from that 10, 20 that I initially chose. And then I'll show you the dolls that I should have picked if I were thinking of this from a logical standpoint of a collector, which I was not. So I actually kind of had some rules for myself. This round is only Barbie and friends. For Monster High, that might be a different video. And the dolls that I chose had to come straight from the heart. They were an emotional choice. There was no thought to expense or rarity or ease or difficulty to replace them. No, these are just my true faves, completely unplanned, unthought of, just yes, you. And that said, 1 or 2 of these actually would be rather hard to replace, so good choice, Kada. Another thing is that these are my favorites today. Ask me again next year, I may have different choices. Some of these I actually got this year. They're brand new to me. So is that the appeal? I just still have that excitement, that newness of seeing them? Maybe. But some of these, oh yeah, I know where that emotion's coming from. Nostalgia. And then there's the ones that I think you're going to be pretty surprised about. I was. Okay, let's get into it. First one that I didn't even think twice about. When I set this challenge for myself, this was the first doll that I thought of. And this is the 1979 Beauty Secrets Barbie. This was a childhood doll that I found again in box at a doll show this year. Yeah, the sentimental value for this doll is off the charts for me. Is she easily replaceable? Probably, but I did pay kind of a pretty penny for this doll, new in box at a doll show, the platinum blonde hair, which is a little bit more challenging to find, and she's in just perfect condition. I mean, she has everything. I'll put the video in the description of my unboxing her. Like, it includes all the accessories, just all the fun stuff she came with in 1979. Just brings back such wonderful memories for me, and she is one of the reasons why I'm here talking about Barbie today. Next is the Barbie Fashion Model Collection Proudly Pink Silkstone Barbie. I love this doll so much, with her just like pale skin tone and that gorgeous pastel pink hair. Wonderful, full, head to toe pink clothes with a Barbie signature in her skirt. Just that beautiful retro look. Even her eye makeup is super vintage looking. She was the first Silkstone that I ever bought for myself. The very first Silkstone I ever got was a gift from a friend, but this one was the one that started my Barbie fashion model collection, and she remains my favorite to this day. Speaking of Silkstones, I'm sure some of you are not surprised to see the Barbie Fashion Model Collection Fashion Editor Silkstone Barbie. Oh, she's just so cute and fashionable. That leopard print skirt and the great hosiery with the lines down the back. Just an adorable doll. The redhead, of course, we all love our redheads. And I just love that it's short and sort of like flipped up with the black bow in her hair. Little handbag. For a while, she was the most expensive doll that I ever bought because I was familiar with this doll from the Silkstone Barbie collection, and I sought her out for a long time. And finally, I think with a tax refund or something, I splurged and I bought the beautiful Fashion Editor. Gorgeous. This is Melody from a Barbie series called One Modern Circle. And this was actually one of the first Barbies that I bought when I started collecting, because I was browsing around on eBay. I saw this doll advertised actually modeling some clothes, and I said, who is that blue hair girl with the freckles? She's got freckles. And I don't know if you noticed, but she's got the vintage Barbie twist and turn face mold. And just look at that adorable blue bob with the flip once again. So cute. Okay, so a couple of things about this doll. This is not her original body. The One Modern Circle dolls are somewhat articulated, a little bit movable joints, but they're a little loosey-goosey, to be honest. I didn't mind that she was rebodied onto a model muse, which is not articulated at all, but it's really flattering for her. And this also is not her original outfit. Her original outfit is just like pants and a top, and I don't actually have that because I bought this doll nude. This was, again, my early days of collecting, so I got her at a major discount because she was without clothes. But look at how good this dress looks on her. Isn't it just gorgeous? Yeah, and there's another version of her too in a more formal outfit, and her bob is a lot shorter. And this one, though, this one is it for me. Here's one that I think is going to surprise a lot of you, and it kind of surprises me too. This is a Mycene doll, but her hair has been completely cut off into this wonderfully edgy pixie cut. That pixie cut sets her apart from all of my other dolls. And also, there's sentimental value with this doll. I found her when I very first started collecting for $1 at this kind of dingy thrift store. She was naked, her hair had been cut off, and she came home and I got her all dressed up, and she just looks like a model. So a lot of sentimental value because of how I found her and the fact that, yeah, she has this haircut and probably nobody would love her but me. And I could make her look absolutely beautiful. That's why I do this. This should be a surprise to no one if you've watched my channel over the past couple of months. This is the 12 Days of Halloween Barbie. And I know that this doll is kind of controversial. Like, a lot of people do not like this doll. That just surprises me because what's not to love? Again, with the red hair, with the flip. And what especially appeals to me is the darker makeup on this girl. Plus, this dress is gorgeous. It has a real sort of like old world witch look to it. Like something from 17th century colonies. Like, it's just a really well thought design. Love the puffy sleeves. You can barely see that it's got like lacing, almost like a corset up on top. She did come with a witch hat, but I love to see her hair, so I left it off of her. And I was so excited when this Halloween Barbie finally came out after desiring a real fine Halloween doll for ever since I started collecting, and here she finally was. So will she still be my favorite this time next year? We shall see, but right now I am over the moon for this doll. Another fan favorite, the Styled by Design #3 Barbie. Oh my gosh, I had the hardest time adding her to my top 3 only because one of the runner-ups is also a Steffi Barbie, and I had that one chosen first, and I just couldn't not have Styled by Design in my top 10 because it's more than just that she has a Steffi face. She's got this gorgeous hair. Her jewelry is fabulous. I mean, this coat. Are you kidding me with this coat? Yeah, look at those boots. That the heels of her shoes like scritch and scratch on this metal because they're such awesome stilettos. Plus, I think this doll sold out. So while my emotions didn't choose it because it would be a difficult doll to replace, it was a smart choice. But Styled by Design, look, it just makes sense, doesn't it? She's gorgeous. Here's one that I think might surprise you, and it certainly really surprised me, but also kind of not, because ever since I got this doll, when I very first started collecting, maybe found her at a thrift store in a box, I think, she has been one of my favorites. This is an Avon exclusive. Exotic Intrigue is the name of this Barbie. And this is her original dress. And look at that gorgeous hairstyle. Those are also, I think, her original earrings. But once again, the dark makeup, I'm finding that really appeals to me. She's got these like kind of sultry eyes, and she just looks so good in anything that I put her in. She photographs well. Good sentimental value because she was one of the first that I got when I started collecting. Stunning, isn't she? Here we have Integrity Poppy Parker Galaxy Girl or something like that. This is the only Integrity doll that I have in my top 10. I mean, granted, I don't have very many Integrity dolls. But this one, I was so happy to get this doll. She's just so cool, you guys. She's kind of like an alien, supposed to be sort of that retro television alien. I mean, look at the boots and her like interesting pink skin. Love the jewelry. She even has a ring. Look at those big earrings and that hair. I've never taken it out of this style. Of course not. Great eyelashes. I mean, Poppy Parker, you know, always has that pout. Surprisingly, I don't know why surprisingly, but she remains among my top 10 favorite dolls. It's gotta be that blue hair. It's just so cool. And I keep thinking I'm going to change my mind about this one and that she won't be one of my favorites. But I've had her for, I don't know, 4 years now. And here she is. So I can't deny it. This doll was in my last video before this, the Holiday Hostess Yuletide Yummies. I mean, come on. There's no question. No question. This is, you know, a holiday doll, so this is kind of fun. I wondered myself if any Christmas dolls were going to end up in my top 10. And none of the, like, kind of traditional annual Christmas dolls that come out, but the super rare and hard to find Yuletide Yummies. Yeah, of course she was going to be among my favorite. And it doesn't matter that she's super rare, although it helps to choose a rare doll if you're going to, like, grab your dolls and run, right? I mean, that is the logic of a collector, but I just chose her because I have feelings for her, man. She's so wonderful and makes me so happy. So, yeah, she's definitely going to be with me forever. Now, here are the 7 runner-ups. And I gotta say, I had the hardest time not including some of these in my top 10. I will even confess that I swapped a couple of them out more than once. But finally I had to stop. I was like, no, you gotta go with what your gut feeling was in the moment. But these almost made it. First, we have this gorgeous Barbie Looks. Not her original dress. I think this is actually an improvement to her original dress. She is like an extra tall Barbie, and just her long, gorgeous straight hair. It's so soft. And her black skin tone. She's so beautiful. She reminds me of like a cross between Naomi Campbell and Grace Jones. Looks like she owns the room, doesn't she? I added this jewelry to her, which is, I think, really flattering. And this gold Barbie dress, which is actually, I think, a 12 Days of Christmas Barbie dress. So the gold just looks so nice with her skin tone. And her lip color has a little bit of like gold sheen in it too. So this was a really hard choice to not include her in my top 10. But I'm glad that I at least get to show you her as one of my runner-ups because she is a treat for the eyes. So I'm going to show you these two together because they're both twist and turn style Barbies. The redhead one is actually a reproduction of the 1967 twist and turn, and the Ballerina Barbie is an original 1976 Ballerina Barbie. And I cannot believe, actually, I'm quite stunned that I did not choose Ballerina Barbie in my top 10 because this was my first Barbie when I was a kid. And during COVID, I started to get that like nostalgia feeling. Thought, why don't I just like get my very first Barbie? So found her on eBay and floodgates. Now here we are, 200 plus dolls later. She definitely is top 10 in spirit, and maybe next year, ask me again, she'll be up there. But my new Beauty Secrets Barbie sort of like took her spot. And the reason why I'm showing this TNT Barbie as well is because she actually was one that was in the top 10 for a good long time. And I love her because she has the TNT face that my very first Barbie ever has. And she's a redhead. Redhead twist and turn Barbie has eyelashes. She's beautiful. Do you want to know who I swapped her out for? The fashion editor, Silkstone. I mean, they're both redheads, so that was kind of part of my justification. Can you believe I didn't have fashion editor as my top 10 at first? I had her instead. So it made more sense. Good runner-up for sure. And speaking of Silkstones, we have the Barbie fashion model collection, Joan Holloway Silkstone. Of course she would be among my top 10, but she didn't make the top 10. She's a runner-up because fashion editor. Could I have had more than one Silkstone in my top 10? Sure. There's no rules. I think I might just have to like go up to my Silkstone collection on the shelf here and just like grab them all like this and run out the door. Because I love them all. So I really had to like narrow down which ones were top 10, especially when including my other favorite Barbies. So Joan Holloway's gorgeous, looks very similar to fashion editor. The best runner-up you could possibly have. She might be top 10 next year. You may or may not be surprised about this one. And this is a Fairytopia. She is so beautiful. Not her original outfit. This is actually the 12 Days of Spring Barbie's dress. But look at how good it looks with her patterned legs and those pastel pink shoes that I gave her. That goes so well with that beautiful long hair. And look at that face. I also gave her these earrings. She did, I think, originally come with wings, but I bought this doll at a thrift store. And this is how she came, naked, of course. And when I gave her a glow up, fell in love with this doll. Plus, I really, really love pink-haired dolls. So it does not surprise me at all that this Fairytopia Barbie would be among my top 10 runner-ups. I almost did not let go of this Birthstone Beauties Miss July. In fact, I'm still really not sure if she's not a top 10. Can I do like a top 11? Because it would be her. I did swap her out. You want to know who I swapped her out with? I swapped her out with Miss Style by Design, another Steffi-faced Barbie. And one of the reasons, and maybe even the only reason, is because her hair needs some help. Granted, if I only had 10 dolls to play with, I could spend a lot of time giving my dolls hair help. But it's a little frizzy, and if I was going with top 10, I mean, they kind of needed to be perfect. But the more I look at her, the more everything about her is so, so beautiful. I love her dark hair with the pale skin and blue eyes and dainty red pursed lips. This is not her original dress. Obviously, this is a vintage Barbie dress that she looks so good in, especially with these lovely heels. She does have her original ruby necklace, but I didn't like the way that it hung with the dress, so I'm just putting it around the back and just giving her like this nice gold choker. A runner-up, but really not. Top 11. And the last one of my top 10 runners-up is Miss 1983, 84? Dream Date Barbie. Another childhood Barbie that just makes me so, so happy. This doll is really beautiful. Like, you think, oh, superstar face. There's more to it than that. Her eyes are like this beautiful violet, and her hair is really nice. Like, it's thick, and I can comb it, and it never like loses these beautiful waves. Her original dress, I really love it, and it reminds me so much of my childhood, but this is also a dress from my childhood. This might be a Best Buy, and it is so flattering on her. I mean, look at the like décollage. Did I say that right? It's just really flattering. She still has her original vintage earrings and her ring. Yeah, this was a hard choice of all the childhood Barbies that I had. Between Beauty Secrets, Ballerina, and her, she was top 10 till probably 3 o'clock today. Just beautiful. I love her so much. So these next 6 dolls are the dolls in my collection that if I were thinking from a logical collector's brain, I should have grabbed them and run. So I don't know that these dolls are like super rare and valuable, but I just know that from my own collection, it was kind of hard to get my hands on them. And I think a lot of collectors would probably be like, what the hell are you doing leaving that doll and bringing a Fairytopia? Hey, the heart wants what it wants. So first we have the Integrity Ginger Gilroy Chain Reaction. This was the second doll that I bought as a W Club member, and I'm not a W Club member anymore, so that door is closed for me buying Integrity dolls unless I want to buy them on the secondhand market. But she was like a lottery doll, so they only made a certain amount, and your name is drawn, and then you get to buy the doll. So I know that a lot of people weren't able to get her even though, you know, they'd put their name in the lottery. So I feel very fortunate that I have Ginger Gilroy in my collection. I was dressing her yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the rings. And you can switch her hands out. She's got another set of hands that have white fingernails on them. Of course, she has other clothes, other boots. But, you know, I love my redhead dolls, especially short red hair. She's got the beautiful rooted eyelashes, and she's just super, super classy like all Integrity dolls are. Do I love this doll? Yes. Is she top 10? No. But she's definitely up there in my most valued dolls. Next, we have the very popular Barbie Deluxe style Midge. This is a chase variant. So she was a playline doll, and they only sold 2 of this doll in each Target around the country for a very short period of time. And everybody was out looking for this rare find. And I ended up getting 2. I got this one. And then the second one, I did a giveaway on my channel. So hopefully that put some good doll karma out into the world. But this lovely, lovely Midge is such a beautiful girl. I always thought she looked a little like Tawny Katane. You remember the like actress on the Whitesnake video? You know, like on the car, here we go again on my own. Doesn't she look like her? Especially if her bangs were like 1986 right here. Anyway, yeah, I put her in this really cute heart dress. I think these are still her original, like glittery hosiery, lovely necklace that I gave her. And The freckles. You're always going to get me with a freckle. So I was very happy to have this lovely girl added to my collection. Obs, we have the Holiday Hostess Thanksgiving Barbie. Definitely one of the harder to find at a decent price in my collection for sure. And oh, don't get me wrong, I love her. But my Yuletide Yummies, definitely top 10. And could I have had more than one holiday hostess? Yes. So should I have chosen Miss Thanksgiving Feast here to save from the Vortex? Yes. Because trying to replace her, oof, I don't think I can do that again. The very first 12 Days of Christmas Barbie, she almost was a top 10. She definitely was in the runner-up for a while. But she didn't quite make it all the way. Again, competition was fierce. And so is this girl. That didn't work with gloves on. Okay. But she's got that retro look that I just love so much. The like Betty Page hair and just that beautiful vintage Barbie face. The wonderful dress. She comes with another one too. Oh, it's gold. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, they did the first 12 Days of Christmas Barbie really good. Like she's got, real snaps on her clothes. I mean, very high quality. And I think this doll is kind of hard to find because she's the very first one. There are 12 Days of series that they've now continued to do in other seasons and holidays too. Yeah, so she was the first one. And I will tell you that I also missed out on buying her brand new from Mattel, even though I was a Barbie Signature Club member. And I should have known that she was available, and I'm a total vintage Christmas geek and would have loved to have bought her brand new, but I missed out. I didn't get the email. So I had to buy this doll on eBay. Fortunately, it was like right after. So the scalping prices weren't that high. I think I paid like maybe around $20 higher. Not a big deal. But now I think she's kind of hard to find, and I'm so happy that I have her. She's definitely going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks for the holidays. Okay, this one is like a museum collection Gustav Klimt, like a Del Block Bauer, based on the painting. Barbie, this is, a collector's Barbie. Is she hard to find now? I don't think so. But it seemed like for a while she was kind of hard to find. And I know this really isn't giving a very good impression of her with her hair kind of being all like Princess Leia, like getting out of bed after a sleepless night. But this really is a truly beautiful doll. She's a work of art, like literally. Because of her, fine art value, she might be a little kind of up there in you should have kept her from the void sucking her up. I'm grateful that she's still here on my shelves in a perfectly fine doll room. And the last one that I should have saved from the void is Miss Barbie number 3. You're like, what? Why? But I mean, come on. This is a Barbie number 3. Does she have hair? No. Is she missing a leg? Yes. But is it a Barbie number 3? Yes. And I kind of like the short Mia Farrow look that she's got going on. And she is super rare. Like, this is not a doll that you find every day. My husband just happened to find her in a $10 bag of dolls at an estate sale. Along with the first Ken. I did a video on that. I'll put that in the description too. So yeah, definitely. I mean, when you have like an antique, especially such a rare Barbie, maybe that should definitely be saved from the Vortex. But didn't make my top 10. So glad that she's part of my collection. So there they are, my top 10 favorite dolls, plus the 7 runner-ups that are now commingling with them. I just love looking at them. It just makes me so happy. Like, are there any of these that you absolutely agree with me on? And are there any of them that you were like, what? My scene? Yeah, like, let me know if you're like, no, that ain't right. And if you haven't already commented in my post about which doll, like, you would never live without, let me know which doll that is, or which handful of dolls that is. Or you could be like one of the commenters, Josie, who said, I would just jump into the Vortex. Because any world without my dolls, yeah, I don't want to live in it. And besides, any other dimension would be an upgrade to this one. Touché! Thanks so much for coming with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!